Baruch Sami, and good morning, everyone. Well, King Solomon said, "Know God in all your ways." That's in the book of Proverbs. Accordingly, the Chachamim, the sages, encouraged us to see HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the small and often overlooked moments of life, as well as in the big dramatic events. And nowhere is this approach more evident than in the series of blessings that they composed to be recited on waking up and getting dressed in the morning. Originally, the intention was that these blessings should be recited as each action was performed. So, for example, when opening one's eyes, one would say a blessing. When placing one's feet on the ground, one would say a blessing, putting on shoes, and so forth. But as there were no printed sidurim, and many people couldn't memorize the blessings, the Ashkenazi custom was established to recite these blessings in shul at the beginning of the morning service, and that is the way in which we do it to this day. Well, in yesterday's thought for the day, we looked at the first of the blessings, the blessing for the rooster that wakes us up in the dawn. And today we'll discuss another blessing. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, Pokeach Ivrim, translated as who has given sight to the blind. This, of course, is not a reference to those who are literally blind. Instead, it's to acknowledge and to be grateful for the miracle of sight. When we sleep, our eyes don't function. Even if they're open, we don't see. So during sleep, it's as if we were blind, sightless people. And when we wake and we can see again, we thank God for restoring the power of sight. Well, as with all of these blessings, there is a deeper dimension. A wise person in the Talmud is called a pikeach, and that's the same word as pokeach ivrim, who opens the eyes of the blind. And the reason why a wise person is called a pikeach is because his vision or sight is, so to speak, open. Metaphorically, therefore, sight refers to one's ability to see with the inner eye of reason, what we might want to term insight. So in this blessing, we thank God for the gift of being able to see beyond the superficial, to be able to, so to speak, see the inner significance of a matter beyond the way in which it first appears. A blind person lacking outsight, the ability to see outside, is unable to see the richness of color and form that constitutes the world outside. It's a terrible affliction. But by the same token, imagine how shallow and how impoverished our minds would be without the gift of insight, the ability to gain a deep understanding of the things that fill the rich world that is inside our minds. So for this gift, in both its physical and its spiritual form, it's well worth saying thank you. A good morning to you all.